Some holiday romances hit and some miss. And to be fair, that's really down to taste. But today I'm going to talk about one hit and one miss that I feel. Hi, I'm Teri Thomas, and welcome to Teri's Next Chapter. And today I'm talking about holiday romances because I love a good genre exploration, and it's the holiday season, and I'm just having fun with this. And it's fun to just explore different books. I love a little bit of romance, so that's what these are. So the first one I want to talk about is Merry Inkmas by Talia Hibbert. I already know I like her. This one was a 5-star for me. I loved the relationship between Bailey and Cash. They meet, yes, they have some physical attraction in the beginning, and that's cool. And there is some spice in this book, which I do enjoy as well. But they really bond over shared values. They're both helpful. They kind of adopt this homeless man that they connect with during the holidays, and they both are separately helping him, and that's kind of part of the story, which is cool. Cash owns a tattoo shop, and there is like a found family there, and so it's just a really nice layered, they thoughtful little romance in under 200 pages because it's a novella. So it's great. She really packs in a cute little story in a short amount of time. So if you don't have a lot of time, this is a great one to pick up. Yeah, it's just warm, it's cute. Like I said, there is some spice, but it feels earned, it feels intimate, it's sweet. I don't know, I just really enjoyed this and I highly recommend it. Now, the other one that I didn't love as much is Marry Me by C.R. Jane. Now, this is all, like I said, comes down to taste. I'm more of like a character reader, so I want to see some emotional growth, but this is just a fun little romp. If that's all you're looking for, then this could be right up your alley. It is a part of a series, and I'm sorry I don't remember the name of the series, but it's the couple. They break up after high school. The boy is going to pursue his career in Hollywood, and he becomes a big star. And then the young lady goes to college, and she has to come home for her sister's wedding. And of course, they're running into each other, and I don't want to spoil it, but it's quite spicy. There's a lot of thoughts about things as well as interaction. So I won't go too deep into it. But if you love just a fun escape type of holiday romance, then check out Marry Me by C.R. Jane. Um, it's definitely, there's some drama in it. If you like, kind of like a family drama, that's in this. So yeah, it's good for that kind of a thing, and perfectly fine book. Just not my favorite. Anyways, so the next books I'm going to talk about are books that I'm just curious about. The first two I've already talked about in a video, so I won't go too much into them. But one is the Holiday Honeymoon Switch by Julia McKay, and these are two doppelganger friends. One, I get is has a planned honeymoon, and her fiance breaks up right before, so they end up switching their trips that they plan for the holidays, and both obviously have little romances at each one, and yeah, story unfolds from there. Check out Holiday Honeymoon Switch. I still plan to read that this month. And the other one from my December TBR video is How My Neighbor Stole Christmas by Megan Quinn. Now, I haven't read any of her books, so I'm curious about it for that. But also it just looks cute. It's a Grumpy Sunshine neighbor type thing, and they end up in a holiday competition somehow, and yeah, just hijinks ensue from there is what it sounds like, and I'm looking forward to checking that one out. Now, for some other books that I've been looking into and checking out on Goodreads, because with the holiday season, you just want to read as much of these as possible just for fun. For me, reading is like self-care because it's it's my time to just relax, to escape a little bit. Yes, I like some character development generally, but sometimes I like good world building. Anyway, I digress. Um, it's just fun to read and to, I do a lot of audiobooks, so I listen to them a lot while I'm puttering around and doing other stuff. So anyways, the next book I'm going to talk about is called Royal Holiday by Jasmine Guillory. I have not read any of her books yet. And this, I will say, is the fourth in a series of called The Wedding Date. So from what I gather, you can read them separately, but it's kind of made me curious about the whole series. But for this particular book, it is a mom who is tagging along with her daughter on a vacation, actually, sorry, a work trip to England. And the daughter is a stylist, and she has to style someone in the royal family. So when she's there and has mom with her, mom meets the private secretary to the queen, and he gives her a tour, and then they hit it off from there. And let's see, I'm very interested in reading that book because also it's more of a mature romance. So it's mom, and I'm a little bit more on the mature side if we're talking about ages. And so it's fun to read a romance about people my age sometimes, because so many are about young people, which is fine too. I enjoy those as well. All right, the next one sounds really interesting. It's A Christmas Paranda by Andrea Beatriz Arango. And it's funny because when I was reading the synopsis in Goodreads, it was talking about all these different movies or stories that it's like. So it says it's Love Actually meets El Especial de Banco Popular, which apparently is an annual special in Puerto Rico that I didn't even know about. So that's interesting. I might want to even check that out. I have seen Love Actually, but on top of those two things, it is a Christmas Carol retelling as well. So kind of a blend inspired by many things that are already out there and we're all already enjoying. So I love retellings. I love to see how people bring their own spin to classic stories and things we already love. So basically, Rocio is tired. She's the main character. And I think from what it sounds like, she stays home a lot, kind of like feeling overwhelmed. And then she starts getting visits from her tias, otherwise known as aunties, as we would say. And they are encouraging her to get out there and start, living life more. And it goes from there. So I'm excited to check that one out with the different layers, and maybe the special that it's references called El Especial de Banco Popular. I want to check that out as well. So killing two birds with one stone. Okay, so the next book I want to talk about is You Make It Feel Like Christmas by Toni Shiloh. Star comes home for the holidays and for her sister's wedding. And guess what? Her sister is actually marrying her ex. She's single. So, yeah, that's a little stressful. So when she's home for the holidays. So she's home for Thanksgiving, and then her brother's best friend, not boyfriend, because that would be a different story. Her brother's best friend comes home and they hit it off. So sorry, her brother's best friend comes for Thanksgiving and then they hit it off. And he becomes a great distraction for, obviously she has to help her sister prep for her wedding to her ex boyfriend. So that's a layer. She's stressed out about it. So she meets this guy and they start hanging out, and he helps distract her from the stress of that whole situation. He has his mom, I think, recently passed away, is what it sounded like. And he has to help keep her um, Christmas shop afloat. So they have plenty to do. She's busy. She's got this new guy, as well as trying to deal with the stress of her sister marrying her ex. I'm side eyeing this one just a little bit. I don't know. But it makes me a little bit nervous because she's home from New York City now. whenever books set up the dichotomy between country and the city, I always get a little nervous because oftentimes I feel like they kind of like shit on the city, and I love New York and I don't like that. I don't mind country versus city. Like the comparisons can be fun, but I happen to think there's good people all over the place. So let's see. Hopefully they don't make it out that all the evil people are from the city and the nice wholesome people are from the country. I hate that. Anyways, so let's see. I'm interested in it. It sounds cute. It sounds fun. I love a little holiday romance. So let's check it out. And then the last one that I'm going to talk about is The Mistletoe Motive. That's another one. It's by Chloe Leese. Now, I also haven't read any by her. Actually, none of these authors that I'm talking about are authors that I've read yet, except for Talia Hibbert from earlier. But I've been curious about these authors because they're new to me, but I've been seeing their names around. So Chloe Leese is no exception. I've been hearing her name. So, there's just authors I got to catch up on. And I got to feel like if they have the vibe that I'm looking for. So this one is The Mistletoe Motive. It's another novella under 200 pages. That's a great way to explore an author, kind of see if you get the vibe with them. This one is a grumpy sunshine kind of thing, enemies to lovers as well. It said in the description, if you like the hating game and You've Got Mail, then this is kind of similar. I absolutely love You've Got Mail and Shop Around the Corner and all of the iterations of that. Mostly You've Got Mail is my favorite. And I watch that all the time. In fact, I'm probably due for a viewing. It's, I just always like that. It's so warm, fuzzy. Anyways, if this is anything like that, I will enjoy it. It's that classic story of they both work in the bookshop, but the bookshop is having financial issues. And so they're probably going to have to cut back on staff. So the main characters develop a competition to see who sells the most and can keep their job. So that's the premise. We will see. It's definitely something to check out, especially because it's a novella. It's a great way to test a new author. For me, Chloe Leese is brand new. I've heard of her and I've been curious, so want to check it out. If you have any holiday romances you want to share with me, please put them in the comments. I love hearing about recommendations and new books and always love to read more. All right, thanks for spending this time with me, and I'll see you in the next vid. Oh, hey, Sir Napsalot has something he wants to tell you.